Hey guys, and welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about the Colorado Avalanche versus Toronto Maple Leafs game. We get news that Wedgwood is staying behind to start this road trip. Wedgwood is expected to join the team later on the road trip, but his wife just had a baby, so that's why he's staying behind for now. This also lets Blackwood get into a couple games. With Blackwood's injuries this season, he only has 18 starts. The Colorado Avalanche and Toronto Maple Leafs are both coming off of bad losses and both looking to rebound. Starting in net for Toronto is Woll, and in net for Colorado is Blackwood. To start this game off, there's a little bit of a misplay as Blackwood reaches for a puck. It bounces out of Blackwood's glove right to Matthews' stick, but Blackwood is able to seal the post before Matthews' shot. About 6 minutes into the game, McCabe floats a puck to the Avs' end. It's easily picked off by Makar, who taps it up to Nelson. Nelson beats Woll and breaks the goal camera in the process. On Nelson's very next shift, he would get another goal. Toronto fails to get a puck out of their end, and Nichushkin dumps it in. Lehkonen recollects it behind the net, feeds it to the opposite side where Nelson is on the goal line, and he beats Woll. At this time, Toronto takes a timeout to try to stop the bleeding. Right after that, Lehkonen would take a slashing penalty. To finish that PK, Kale would skate it out of the zone. And flying out of the box, Lehkonen picks up Kale's rebound, feeds it to Drury, but he just can't get a good stick on it. 3.5 minutes left in the first period, Natchez gets interfered with, and the ref lets it slide. He even gets caught on the hot mic saying, "Oh, get up." That was instantly followed by a makeup call for tripping. On that power play, the Avs get a couple good chances, but it's evened out when they give up a breakaway. Blackwood is able to make the save on Lawton. Toronto's timeout might have stopped the Avs from scoring, but the Avs still dominated play as they outshot Toronto 17-6. 4 minutes into the second period, McKinnon would feed Makar and he'd ring it off the post. As the puck's laying there, Domi's able to get to it before Olofsson finds it. And the first 10 minutes of the second period have really been back and forth. Each team is getting multiple chances. With 5 minutes left in the second, McKinnon gets a 2-on-1 with Natchez. He licks Natchez off, almost beats Woll, and then can't quite get the rebound in either. Not even a minute later, Cale Makar springs himself on a breakaway and Toronto takes a penalty. This time it would be Carlo for holding. The Avs couldn't get anything going on that power play. A minute later, the Avs would generate a 3-on-3 rush. None of the Leafs pick up the puck carrier, which is Drury. He takes his time, beats Woll. That was a more even second period, the shots being led by the Avs 13-14. And that one shot extra that the Avs had just happens to be Drury's goal. A minute into the third period, Natchez gets a chance but rings it off the post. Shortly after that, Cowan gets a rush the other way, and Blackwood has to make the save. With 12 minutes left, Manson gets called for high sticking. Toronto can't get much generated on that power play. With 10 minutes left in the second period, Toronto started pouring on the shots. Carlo throws a floater on that gets tipped by Lawton and goes off the post. There's a rebound chance that Blackwood has to make a huge push on to make a save. With 5 minutes and 45 seconds left, Toronto pulls Woll for the extra attacker. Almost immediately, Matthews gets a rebound chance. Blackwood gets enough of it to have it go off the crossbar and wide. With 4 minutes left, Nyes blocks an empty net chance from Natchez. With 3.5 minutes left, Matthews blocks an empty net chance from Makar. With 2 minutes left, Nelson finally pots the empty netter and finishes off his hat trick. And at this point, you think the Avs win 4-0 and have the shutout. But with a minute and a half left, Bardakov takes a delay of game penalty. This comes on the faceoff when he puts his hand on the puck. On that power play, the Avs would get a little bit scrambly, have all 4 of their defensive players in the crease, and there would be a rebound that pops out to Domi, and he's able to break the shutout. That would finish the game 4-1 and a great rebound game from the Avs. Would have loved to see the shutout. That's a good start to the road trip. Next game is Wednesday against the Senators. See you then.